Hi everyone, Joshua Kirk here with you once again.
Joshua is 20 years old and he's really grown into quite a fine young man. He has Duchenne muscular dystrophy and he has autism. We kind of knew early on that Josh wasn't what I say a most baby. Because whenever I was having trouble with him and I talked to my mom who had 7 children of her own, she was like, well, most babies do this. And I'm just like, I don't have a most baby. But I knew something was up. He wasn't really sitting up when he was supposed to be, and he hated being on his stomach. And then just before his 2nd birthday, I finally was able to admit to the pediatrician that he wasn't really talking. He was really just kind of babbling. I didn't understand what he was saying. So that got their attention. Him not talking got their attention. All the physical stuff, none of that got their attention. They were totally looking for autism. But I said, well, physically, he doesn't seem to be developing normally. So they referred him to a physical therapist and she assessed him and she said, you need to see a neurologist. That's when he was diagnosed with muscular dystrophy, with Duchenne muscular dystrophy. And I was, we were shocked. When you meet him, you really don't know he has any of those things because he's just interesting and involved in his music that he listens to and his podcasts.
As of right now on YouTube, I have 285 album of the days, and I was 11 when I started this whole thing. I've always been very passionate about music, like my whole life. I just love how music tells a story, and really it's a way to express yourself, and I also think of it as very therapeutic.
He's just great to be around. He enjoys food and music, and he loves to chat and just hang out.
Pretty much both of my parents are the most important people in my life. They've always been very supportive. They're very kind, and obviously they're very funny too.
My husband and I call the 3 of us the 3 Musketeers, because we just enjoy being together.
I've been able to spend, quarantine, like an entire year stuck at home with pretty much the best parents that a son or a daughter could ask for. It means no worries for the rest of your days.
His progression has been very slow. He has a lot of abilities, but throughout growing up, there were things he couldn't do that other kids could do. Or that he struggled with, but he never bothered him. He never seemed to care.
I didn't start using a wheelchair until I was like 10. It wasn't until my freshman year of high school, 2015, that I finally got the power chair, and I've been using that ever since, and that's how I've been getting myself around school. Really, it was age 12 where I think my anxiety, started to become something I dealt with on a daily basis, and I was concerned about, being late for class or not getting something turned in on time. Yoga and meditation turned out to be the most effective because, if I hadn't started practicing that like a few years ago, I probably wouldn't be who I am now, which in that I'm just more grateful. I still deal with anxiety to a degree, but it's like, not only was it not at the level it used to be, but also like I don't get emotional about it as much anymore.
It's amazing how much strength and just perseverance these kids have, and they feed off your energy. If you are positive and you are hopeful and you treat them like your other children or like you would any other child in terms of how you raise them and how you expect them to be kind and appropriate, and you raise the bar, they'll jump over it.
Really, you are capable of anything. Don't be afraid to just be yourself and be upfront about who you are. If I hadn't had all these experiences in my life, I probably wouldn't be who I am today.